Hello from Peter here in Weymouth, Dorset, UK. Put my earpiece in. This morning I'm at SandWorld at their official opening for today, so I'll just spin you around and we'll talk to Mark.
Good morning. Right, here we are, so the first day of the season, 2022. We are, this year our theme is around the world, so we've got all sorts of different sculptures relating to that. This one here is from a couple of years ago, and it's going to be changed within the next month or two to a North America theme. So you see an American Indian with buffaloes and that kind of thing. As you come across here, we've got David, who's my co-owner at SandWorld, and he's also a sound artist. He's created this amazing sculpture of the Queen's 70th anniversary. As you can see, it's about nearly 3 meters tall, about 15 tons, and so far it's been about 3 or 4 weeks of work.
Right. So you've been doing this all during lockdown and...
Yes, Dave's been working on this since late January, probably. But he's got another job, and so he gets here when he can, and he does a couple of days, and then that kind of thing.
Sure.
Now over here I've got Martijn Reyes from Holland, very, very talented artist. He's working on China, as you can see. The panda bear's just starting to take shape over here.
Right.
The dragon, which is morphing into the Great Wall, and then some architecture. This will be a food dog over here, and then the terracotta warriors, and a few other elements. And then this side we've got this is pole to pole, so it's creatures from the North and the South Pole. Unfortunately, this one's already suffered from the overly inquisitive
children.
Yeah. Anyway, so I did say to Annette, who made the sculpture, to try and keep things at least an arm's length away, because otherwise this kind of thing happens. So
they say Weymouth sand is wonderful to work with.
I think it's the best. I've worked in many places around the world, and I've never had a sand as good as this. It's incredible. Very, very fine. You can get super detail. This is what I've been working on in the background. It's the 100th anniversary of Tutankhamun's discovery this year.
Right.
And so Ray from America, he did the tomb scene. In the background there you can see the head of Tutankhamun, which I'm working on, and that one I will be painting with the gold, which is what my grandfather, Fred Darrington, he used to love doing, with his Tutankhamun mask and painting it all. So there's a wonderful Walrus, looking at 3 tons of sand here for the Walrus approximately. That's compacted Weymouth sand, just sand and water compacted into these forms. So this is formwork, and we put sand in, about so much sand, and then plenty of water, and then we compact it using either a concrete vibrator or a trench whacker, or we just chop it and stamp it until it's very solid. So you can see how solid that is. I'm pressing hard there, and I'm barely making any kind of imprint. And so then it's just a question of me carving all the rest of the detail and then painting it with a liquid chalk, and then an acrylic gold over the top.
How long would one of these pieces last? If you just left it there?
In a painted state, that would last until the rest of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as long as the pyramids themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. The only thing that would cause damage to that is either an individual or an animal or an earthquake.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. So here's an example of one which was painted, or is painted, and you can see the colours do fade after a little while. This one, I repainted yesterday, so I had to clamber up behind the Simpsons and yeah, it's quite precarious, so I couldn't really do it as finely as I'd like to. But you know, it still does the job. This one here we've had this one for 7 years now. This is the Origin of Species based on Charles Darwin, and the reason we keep it is because we just want to see how long it lasts. But for me, again, if it lasts for a year, then it'll last for 10 years and 100 years and 1,000 years, and there's no reason at all, apart from, you know, what I said before, that it should collapse. I mean, we have got some fairly big cracks going through it now, but nothing, you know,
major.
Significant. No. This one back here, this is one of the sculptures from before, and we've got a Slava Borecki coming from the Ukraine, and he's going to be carving that into a scene. I've left it up to him whether or not he wants to do a Ukrainian sort of a cultural scene, or if he wants to do Europe. It's entirely up to him, and he'll be coming in at the end of the month to do to create that. This is an unusual thing. For some reason, just in this area, this plant has decided to grow, and because this sculpture is based on the Mexican Day of the Dead, it just seems appropriate to keep it. That was made by David and Elisa from Italy. Yeah, lovely job they've done on it.
Yeah.
But, so all in all, a very good start to the season.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, when is your season?
Oh, season started today, 9th of April, and we go on until the 31st of October.
Okay.
So Easter to Halloween.
Okay, and your ticket prices?
Prices are, I think, $8.95 for an adult and $6.95 for a child, I believe. But just make sure when you leave, Peter, you'll see there's a price board because I'm not 100%.
And your website?
Website, yes, it's sandworld.co.uk. And yeah, that'll give any information about what's going on, current events, pricing,
okay.
etc.
So, I hope you have a busy day.
Thank you. Yeah, that's very kind.
So, let me know what you think under this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.